Hi, welcome back to the Sports Desk. As promised, we're back in the prep scene now, and that'll take us out to visit the North Saxon softball squad. They've set the bar high now with a win in last month's Torrance National Tournament. As Torrance's first squad to keep the tourney title in city limits, they've got a bullseye on their backs. So Valerie Ortega checks in at North to see how they're following all that up.
The North Saxons have a majority of underclassmen on their team, but that hasn't stopped them from having a winning record that includes 2 comeback wins, making them happy with how they've been playing.
I'm really happy and excited for the season. We gel really well together, even though we're so young and we barely know each other, but I feel like we got to know each other in a short period of time, and we're like sisters.
We just never quit, never say die. The girls always believe in each other. They're there for each other. They've bonded very well. So they all figure, hey, we'll get it done. And regardless of the deficit, we just keep believing in our ability to come back.
Even through this success, there is always something to work on for this team who is still learning to play together.
For the most part, we've been pretty solid. You know, every once in a while we have a hiccup and work on stuff in practice, and hopefully we don't make the same mistakes twice.
I just think we need to work on coming in with confidence in ourselves and getting ahead early instead of waiting till the last minute. But I do think our strength is we don't give up and we stay humble and we just keep fighting until the end.
This young Saxon team has already had a lot of success this season, including winning the T&T tournament here in Torrance. And they say they're just going to keep getting better as the season goes on.
Well, our goal is to take CIF home, and I feel like we can do it if we just keep on working hard like we are.
We're just looking to build on the success that we've had so far.
I think if we continue to work hard as we are now, that we're going to go very far.
We just take it day by day, but I think hopefully we can go far and make it to CIF this year.
From North High, this is Valerie Ortega reporting for the Sports Desk.
Thanks for that, Valerie. The girls did lose their first game back in California over the weekend. The 2-1 loss to El Modena at the Woodbridge Classic ends a Saxons winning streak that goes all the way back to their final game in Bullhead, Arizona's Dave Kopp's TOC. All that back before St. Patrick's Day. Meanwhile, the Torrance Tartars got some action at the Woodbridge tourney as well. They fall in the opener of a double dip. That game against King, a 1-run loss. Later in the day, the Tartars topped Thousand Oaks 5-3. And Pioneer League rivals to both, the South Spartans trying to get hot for the first time in 2014. 2 games against Santa Monica turns into 2 in the win column at South. Big days for more than one Spartan. Cindy Chan had a monster 5 for 7 at the plate, driving in 5 runs on the day. Meanwhile, Kayla Henme, a solid 4 for 4 in Game 2 of the double dip. Not a bad day at the yard for the Spartans. Now, speaking of the Spartans, the boys on the diamond have started off as hot as anybody in the preseason. Well in position to defend that Pioneer League title they shared with Torrance and Gundo a season ago. And in a matchup that we'll be seeing plenty of starting next fall, when West moves to the Pioneer League, the Spartans took a nail-biter over the Warriors. Straight to the bottom of the 7th with it tied at 2. The Spartans able to make things happen on the base pads. Niles Nygaard able to get the first 2 outs for West before Kawika Hubble singled to center. A hit and run single would put Hubble on third and with 2 batters later, and that's when it got really crazy. Coach Grady Sane sends the runner from first coming up here. Warriors yelling out for the runner and confusion ensues. Nygaard caught off guard in his delivery. The stop in motion calls for a balk, and one of the more rare finishes you're going to see, a walk-off balk to seal the Spartans' 7th win in their last 8 games. The Spartans looking to take that mojo with them to the Anaheim Lions tourney, but it's Valencia who puts a stop to their run. But they bounce back against Sunny Hills with a big win that would kick off a big week for Torrance squads in the Anaheim Lions tournament. Also at the Lions tourney, and expecting to be in the thick of the league title hunt here, the Tartars go down to OC and get their 3 wins to wrap up a solid weekend of ball. A big one over Anaheim standing out. The Tartar bats coming alive, then winning a close one over Sonora to start this week 3-0 at the tourney. And circling back to West High, the Warriors did bounce back from their late inning loss to South. 2 comfortable wins in the Lions tourney appearance over the weekend. Then Monday, they topped La Habra to complete a 5-0 run for the city of Torrance. The biggest news of all, the tournament championship set up with the 2 teams that have the best records and the lowest runs allowed. Torrance and West looking like they're dialed for that, having never given up more than 2 runs in a game. And wrapping up our non-league scene, North dropped a big one against Agora, a battle of two Torrance squads coming up this week when they'll head over to Bishop Montgomery to face the Knights. Okay, before we send you off for the week, just a quick reminder of how you can get in touch with us here at the Sports Desk. Same email and phone number as always, and of course, we're a quick find on Facebook for anybody looking for updates and photos throughout the week. All right, everybody, that wraps up another week right here on the Sports Desk. We will see you next time.